definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss like you becoming the best you, mental wellness,
For sure.
health,
Femininity, parenthood, dating
definitely
as
dating.
single parents. And it's from a lens of two psychologists,
Yeah,
So,
but also to people who grew up like with both parents, married parents, and then like you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, like her
yeah.
siblings and my siblings. So yeah, so it's from that
Looking,
perspective
yeah,
as
looking at
that.
life through that lens. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get a whole lot of things from us being women, going through life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But
Yeah.
yes, womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
Her big sip in the background saying something to me. I mean, yes.
All right.
Hey, we back. We back. We have a special guest in the background for this new episode of the 90s music. Big Sip will be joining us in the background. You'll never know what he looks like, but you may get to
Mystery.
clip him in the background.
Right. Exactly.
So let's start it out. Shout out to everybody. The Nelly clip is still rolling. Shout out to the one sister that is in there literally battling people in comments. There are up to 70 comments on that post now on that Ashanti Nelly post.
They are involved.
It's always amazing to me the things that people hold on to or that they react to, right? Like this is what got you. That's when you're like, wait a
And when you
minute.
look at the analytics of like how they came to the video, like everything is Ashanti versus Ashanti Nelly. Ashanti Nelly should be back with Ashanti. I'm like, who? We thought we was just. When you said that, Stacey, I thought you was just saying something. I didn't know somebody else was actually Googling exactly what you said to get there.
Dude, like it's I tend to not just say things. Well, I mean, I do say things just to be saying them sometimes. Sometimes I do have facts. I've looked it up already, but yeah, people are extremely invested.
I didn't know that they were this popular of a couple like this. To be honest,
They trying to get invites to the wedding.
I think we were rooting for them. I think everybody was rooting for Nelly and Ashanti. We weren't necessarily rooting for Nelly and Miss Jackson. Like we were like, okay, he with somebody, but I don't feel like we were rooting for them as a couple. I think people were rooting for Nelly and Ashanti and the idea that they're back together. It's like, oh yeah, all right, finally they didn't, they didn't spun the block and it's that high school sweetheart and now y'all done
broke up, went your
up
ways and found your way back full circle.
Hey, and that's what happens. It happened with my my brother and my sister-in-law. Like
with me and my wife.
Right, you and your wife. It happens.
Yeah.
But to that point, when you spin the block, you got to come back correct.
Yeah. Look, I was over 30 after I spit the block.
Right. Right. You came back and was like, all right, so we were 16.
I got my car. I got my apartment.
I got a job.
Right. We were 16. Ain't really work out. I'm different now. I'm a different man.
I know how to pay bills. I got credit.
My debit card ain't gonna decline. We go out to eat.
Exactly.
I do want to have one comment that was the special comment. It says, "How does Nelly explain him getting head on tape?" I was like, "Oh, you to Ashanti."
Baby, we wasn't. That was.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
I was at a family barbecue.
You know how they say, it wasn't me. I wasn't there.
It wasn't me. I wasn't even there.
They never showed my face.
I was at a family barbecue, or man, baby, I've been wrestling with these demons. And
I'm in a dark place.
I was in a dark place, you know what I'm saying? But now that you back in my life, I'm no longer searching. I was out there searching for something that, I thought I needed, but no, what I needed. You. That's what
you made me realize.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly it. I'm telling you, when he spun the block, he had to come back correct. You can't just come back and with some mess. You can't be on that old stuff.
And her mom was at the door too, like in the video with Terrence Howard. Her mom was there too.
That foolish video.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a foolish video.
That's exactly it. That's exactly what happened.
Your little friend at the door.
You're like Felicia Rashad and go ahead and leave. And don't forget to go when you leave.
Yeah.
I think they call him Dirty Mo.
Dirty Mo.
Probably.
That boy used to wear them Band-Aids at the door.
Your little dirty friend is here.
We ain't going back to St. Louis no more. I tell you that.
Listen, that part.
Well, Tina Turner passed away this week.
Rest in peace, Tina.
St. Louis
St.
legend.
Louis legend. Wait a minute. Actually, you know what? I'm going to read something that my good friend Mike Jones said on Facebook, and I feel like it is.
And I think it approves
really
what we said earlier when she sold her rights for all that money. We was
like,
is that what we was talking about it last year?
Yeah. Yep. So in reference to Tina Turner, he says, a St. Louis legend, you kind of hate in a sense that her personal life overshadowed her talent in a lot of ways. Folks can quote Angela Bassett more than they can actually quote her songs. She was one of the pioneers in women's showmanship and stage presence before Janet, before Beyonce. He said, what I loved her for, though, was though her personal life may have been overshadowed some of her legacy, a lot of it was her inactivity. It's like she could go live on the Mediterranean and perform when she felt like it. She lived in the French Riviera, in London, and eventually became a citizen of Sweden. She adopted Buddhism. She strove to find peace and stillness in her life. Oftentimes, he said, the women where I'm from don't get to do anything nice and easy. And I read that and I was like, that is real. Like, and I do hate that she wrote the book. The movie came out. What's Love got to do with it? So she told her story. And like, this was a part of my life. This is what happened. But we essentially have not let her forget that.
Yeah. I mean, I also wonder too, that her musical style changing as well has to do with that a lot as well, I think.
Yeah, she went to like straight. I don't know what it was.
I don't even know what it was like. It was like pop 80s rock. Pop kind of feel.
Yeah.
If you look at her bands in the videos in the 80s, it's all white guys. So it's like, so it kind of it doesn't feel soulful, as I was saying. I think if she came out with soul music, I think we could have forgot about it.
Yeah. I think I really feel like once that movie came, I mean, because
and then the movie was just so great too, though.
Yeah, the movie is so good. The movie is so good. I think, like I said, with me, you know, as a kid, or even when that movie came out, like, I knew who Tina Turner was. I knew the song "What's Love Got to Do with It." I didn't know everything about her and Ike and all of that. You didn't learn that until you see the movie. So if that's your introduction to Tina Turner, then it's like that is what sticks with you. And then the music she wasn't really doing music after that.
Yeah, because
I think she may have done some additional albums, but nothing that.
I think she just did that one that came out during the movie with "I Don't Want to Fight."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was the last song I remember. I Don't Want to Fight.
I mean, I don't know about anybody else, and I'm showing my age. I was introduced to Tina Turner in Mad Max, the Return, Thunderdome.
Yeah, I was like, put this white mini dress.
Right. So, but with that, you still didn't like the music part of it, right? So, like, just growing up, you knew, the songs you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that song. I don't really want to fight no more.
She Private Dancer. That was the 80s.
So her last album was in '99.
See, and that's but who knows that, right? So, but like I said, it is that it sucks that part of her life is what stands out. And then even when she says that in the documentary, the Tina documentary, that she just was tired of talking about it. Like after she felt like after I do this movie, we ain't gonna talk about it no more. And then after that, that's all anybody wants to talk about.
More.
So, and it's so much so that it's a joke. That this is literally a woman that was abused who overcame that and went on to extreme superstardom, but we still talk about her being abused and it's funny. Mm-hmm. Like, don't need a burner. We learned from Ike Turner. We literally got a rap lyric that says that.
Then we see the Larry Fishburne meme.
There's all the lyrics
when he's Ike.
Exactly. So we
anime eat the cake.
Yeah, when he turn around, the turnaround look.
Exactly. So there's no like, Ike when Tina gets into heaven. First off, Ike ain't in heaven. So one, like he's not waiting for her at the door. Like she's fine with that. But it does suck that's we equate her to Ike. We put her in the same thing as Ike, and we essentially made Ike more famous as the abuser. Mm-hmm. Than anything else, because who the hell was talking about Ike? I mean, my grandma like, I used to see Ike over on the east side, but
I didn't know who Ike was to the movie when the movie came out.
Right. So, like I said, that's when my grandma was like, apparently my grandmother knew Ike. I don't know to what capacity, but every once in a while she's like, oh, well, I used to see Ike over on the east side and blah, 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 blah. So
I didn't know she used to perform at Club Imperial right there on West Florissant and Goodfellas.
Okay.
Which is still, the building is falling apart, but it's still standing though.
Right.
Oh, you said West Florissant and Goodfellas.
Yeah, it's that big, like a big banquet hall. And it's got like beauty. Beauty shops in front of it. Yeah,
I know you're talking about. Okay.
Yep. It's across the street from the Popeyes.
Yeah, well, it used to be a Popeyes there. That's gone.
Oh, the last time I was there.
Yeah.
I don't know what's still in St. Like every time I come back, something's different.
Shout out to Popeyes who's taking EBT cards now too. They just released that in their marketing. No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I think KFC was doing it too.
But I'm wondering with her going like I'm looking at her tour here. She was on tour with Rolling Stones, then Rod Stewart in like 80, 81. Then with Lionel Richie, which is another person which kind of I think maybe people don't look at as some of his classic music as well. Right. He's the almost male version of Tina for the 80s. For a male, going totally different with their music and not being as much in soul music.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you think if she was Patti LaBelle and like did music like Patti LaBelle in the 80s and 90s, do you think that people would be, and the movie was still stellar like that, but her musical tempo was soulful?
Yeah, it should be. Her music would be more accepted on our side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we wasn't listening to Simply the Best and all that. Unless we was watching the HBO commercial,
right? Like we know the songs, but they weren't getting played on our radio stations. Yeah. So once she left, so like I said, those couple of crossover hits that she did have that came back over, but other than that, she wasn't in our face like that anymore. So your parents know Tina because of Ike, like Ike and Tina Turner. You don't know Tina's music, and like when we looked up before, we were trying to figure out what the hell was her catalog then. And realizing there's plenty of music that she did away from Ike, we just don't know it. Mm-hmm. But she could. If she would have went on tour tomorrow, she'd have sold out the stadium.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah, nothing but stadium tours.
Yeah, nothing but stadium tours. And then when I think about that, I'm like, it's nothing but stadium tours. But all I know are the songs that she had with Ike. And like 3 other songs.
Didn't they just have a Tina Turner play on Broadway like a couple years ago? Okay.
Isn't what you calling it? Wasn't was it Deborah Scott? Deborah Cox that played her?
I thought she played Whitney.
She might have played Whitney. Okay.
Yeah, I think she played Whitney.
But there was, because I think either Oprah produced it or Oprah was involved or just was invited. But I definitely remember seeing pictures of Tina and Oprah backstage, like opening night of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Oprah.
You got to, you look at it. And she lost to Lionel Richie in 85 album in year 2, which is interesting.
That was like her.
That was the
Private Dancer album.
Yeah.
But also the biggest travesty is that Purple Rain was also in this category for album of the year.
Who won?
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie, is that the album with Hello?
Yep.
And Dancing on the Ceiling.
Let me see what's on here. Hello is on here All Night Long.
That did.
Oh yeah, he was on fire that year.
Oh my god, yeah. All Night Long.
He was on fire, yeah.
All Night Long is what the clear people needed. That's what they needed. That was the club song they needed.
Yeah,
that was Return of the Mac of the 80s.
Album. What would you say, Scott? Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said All Night Long was Return of the Mac of the
80s. No lies were told.
Dancing on the Ceiling's on the next album. So that's on the next album. But the Prince and I went in for Purple Rain in that category. Even though, I guess that's looking back in retrospective, looking like how the music feels now.
Yeah.
That is. But like you said, Lionel Richie was on fire that year.
Yeah, he was on fire, man. He's like, I don't need them Commodores.
Do you all think that Tina Turner, did she get her roses?
I feel like she did.
I think so.
I feel like
I think she got her roses, but like Stacey said, her personal life overshadowed her musical career.
Yeah, but I think that like I said, I love that she was able to tell her story on her terms. So again, writing the book, the What's Love Got to Do with It, and then even just the Tina documentary, which is just really like, and I feel like that picks up from What's Love Got to Do with It. Well, because What's Love, we know like there's honestly a part when after she escapes, like after she runs across that highway here in Dallas. Wait, babe, what's the name of that hotel that Tina was at? He ran across that highway. The Lorenzo Hotel.
Lorenzo.
So,
wow, and it's a dude named Lorenzo's hotel.
Let me over to Lorenzo.
But to that point, so you know, every city has an alternative newspaper. So St. Louis Riverfront Times, Village Voice, New York. Here's the Dallas Observer. They had a horrible headline the other day, and it was like abused woman or woman leaves her abusive husband in Dallas and goes on to be Tina Turner. And
what?
Yeah, that's what it says. So it's a picture of Tina. It's a horrible picture of her. But the idea, I guess what they were trying to convey was that the incident that when she left him, they were here in Dallas. But the headline just comes off. It's like what? So people,
that was like 50 years ago.
So the point is, and the comments did not go the way that they thought it was going to. Simple as that. Everybody was like, how about, you know, like why are you even bringing that up? So, but with that, after that part of the movie, I stopped watching it because I kind of just I lose interest in the rest of it. Like the last 15, 20 minutes, I don't really pay attention to it anymore. But the documentary,
except when Ike shows up with a jerry curl.
Are you trying to get her back?
Yeah, when he showed up with that jerry curl.
Right. Now, I gave up that narcotic. Now, I do tell people that I've given up that narcotic from time. I do use that phrase.
You're like, that's my daddy name. I worked hard for that name.
They got my dad's blood on. I got bit. So, but yeah, I definitely usually stop watching towards the end. But like the documentary picks up where that left off, so it's kind of like then what happened, or just the more detail. So I love that she got to tell her story on her terms without Wendy Williams doing a Lifetime show about some shit.
Yeah.
To try to tell her story. I do, and she's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. Mm-hmm. She's in there with Ike, and she's in there by herself. Mm-hmm. So I love that she got to spend the last years of her life happy. And if your happiness means getting the hell away from the U.S. and going to find you some white man in Sweden and living the rest of your life, hey.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Was she married? I can't remember if she was married.
Yeah.
She wouldn't marry him for like a long time, though. I know that. For like a while, she would marry him.
Oh, yeah.
She got older. They need to be able to have the ability to be able to, you know, make decisions. And I think that's why she did actually end up marrying him.
Yeah, but they are. I mean, she was happy, and that's if nothing. When when it's your last days, you just want to be happy and surrounded by love or just at peace. So I'm happy that that's what she got to have.
Yeah. I sure be hearing Simply the Best on one of them commercials. I think it's like Spectrum or something.
Yeah. Like and like I said, it's just crazy that. How it all happened, that she just sold the catalog, but that just to me lets me know that she knew something we didn't.
That's what I think. Yeah, she knew.
Like she knew, but
and she got a nice little check though too. Don't get it twisted. I mean, that's
she got. Oh yeah, she went to what was like 200 million, I think.
Yeah,
yeah, 200 million, and her. I mean, her kids are. I mean, I don't feel like her kids had to work anyway, but if nothing, like her estate is set.
Yeah.
Like you're good.
I mean, she probably got great grandkids at this point because I mean,
I think one of her sons died not too long ago.
Who passed?
I think one of her sons.
Yeah, he died from colon cancer in 2022.
Yep. Yeah, this last year.
Was it Ronnie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ronnie. Man, but man, rest in peace, Tina Turner. And like this dope. I mean. The whole style of like those calves and like being able to be like a full-on like performer.
And she was the first person I heard to get like $1 million insurance policy on
Yeah,
her
she had
legs.
insurance policy on her legs.
Yeah.
My grandma always talked about that. She had insurance policy on her legs. And I mean, even in her final years, them legs were still out there legging.
Yeah, them legs was legging.
Right. I need to find that video of her talking about Beyonce.
What'd she say?
It was so there's an award show, whatever year it was, and Beyonce performed with her.
Is that with that silver?
I want to tell you, yes.
I've been seeing it floating around.
But there's an interview that was prior to, red carpet and all of that. And are you excited? And then essentially what she said about Beyonce is very, very early Beyonce. And she's like, well, I've never heard her music, but I've heard that she is amazing. And that, you know me, I love when someone tells me that they've never heard of a celebrity or doesn't know anything about them. It's the most amazing thing to me ever. I love
because where are they living at? Like, they don't know who Beyonce is.
It's like I said, this is like early Beyonce. Like,
well, this Crazy in Love Beyonce?
Crazy in Love Beyonce.
Oh, so this first album. This first solo.
She wasn't following Destiny's Child.
Yeah, so she's like, it's like, no, I've never heard her music, but I've heard great things. And then I think they ended up like doing it. So
she was listening to Juicy Fruit.
But she did the tribute to Tina. Wasn't in that Austin Powers, that song she had in that Austin Powers movie. It was like she did like a little tribute to her.
A gold member.
Yeah, one of them the movie she was in. Yeah.
What song is that?
I forgot the name.
The one where she was doing where had the hula hoop.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Beyonce was thick in that video. Like I call that juicy Beyonce.
That's my favorite Beyonce.
That's my favorite Beyonce. Like watching that video, I'm like, okay, thickness. Like there's no hate at all. I got nothing bad to say about the juicy that was in that video. I hate that she lost that weight. Like it's but there's a level of juice that I aspire to.
So she redubbed all her singing voice for What's Love Got to Do with It. She redid all of it. She redid all of it.
Redid it.
Yep.
Who's
she
redid
all of
it? Is that the food?
Oh man. So we was talking about remakes. What remakes do we want to see from the 90s? What remakes do we not? This is with Color Purple coming out.
I got one, but it's from the late 80s.
That's fine.
I want to see Twins remade with Kevin Hart and The Rock. I think that'd be hilarious.
They should have been done that, to be honest. Like that one makes too much sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to see redone.
I did want to see House Party redone correctly, but that didn't go right.
Yeah,
I still haven't seen the new one.
Refuse to.
Yeah. The White Man Can't. Like I said, it was
White Man Can't Jump. Wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
We were about to watch that last night, and Big Sip. He's like, oh yeah, we got to see that. He's like, I like Lil Dicky. That's not Lil Dicky.
No, it's Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
But Lil Dicky does have a show on FX.
He does have a show on FX. Like it's the same hair. They got the same hair. That's pretty much.
But it was actually pretty decent. The White Man Can't Jump was pretty decent.
It was all right.
Yeah.
All right, babe, we're gonna watch White Man Can't Jump tonight. All right, he said sure.
Did y'all get into the Boomerang series? I watched like a couple episodes.
I watched the first season or two. It was horrible.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
It was good. It just shouldn't have been called Boomerang.
All right. Can I make a confession?
Yeah. You never seen Boomerang?
I've never seen it all the way through. Shut up.
That's what y'all gotta watch.
I have not seen Boomerang, Stacey.
I don't know. Like, I think it took me a while to realize I hadn't seen it. And then you start seeing, I see bits and pieces of it. I'm familiar with the movie. I can, I know Strange. I know the soundtrack. I don't know. I just have not seen it from beginning to end. Like just sat there and just watched straight through.
It's a stellar movie.
I've heard. I just haven't.
I mean, I don't know what remake. I want them to remake Soul Man.
Soul Man.
You know what? No.
What about
ladies? Wait a minute. Hold on. No, stop right there. Because for the children out there who don't know what the hell Soul Man is, think of Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
A little bit, right? Robert Downey playing the dude who's playing the dude. So Soul Man is about a white guy who wants to, we were trying to get a scholarship.
Yeah, he's trying to get a scholarship
or something, and goes in blackface and black body, if you will, to get it. He absolutely looks like a white man wearing brown.
Yeah, like an Indian.
It is.
But I want him like to try have to pledge a fraternity, all kind of stuff in there where like
yeah, pledge Q. Don't get them boots, man.
What?
No, I'd go with a Short Circuit 3.
Ooh.
I'd fuck with Johnny 5, bring him back.
Yeah.
Who is Johnny? We need
Elder Bar. With Chappie, with that movie Chappie. They kind of did that with the movie Chappie.
What about a modern day New Jersey Drive?
Just carjacking in? You talking about the straight car? It's called carjacking. That's not called New Jersey Drive. That's called carjacking because they ain't
with the Kia boys.
Oh, the Kia boys.
You know, they starting the cars with the
somebody writing a script for that right now. That's the Kia boys. That's
and I didn't know they had different chapters. They got chapters in Detroit, Milwaukee, Chicago.
Hold on, they got different chapters?
Yeah.
Hold on, do they have a convention? Like
man, like some of the young cat, man, my little cousin, homie's like, yeah, man, they got a group in Milwaukee. They was beefing with, because they was like, they call St. Louis they call it getaway music, where you speeding away from the cops. But they was making music. They was like, no, St. Louis make original getaway music. We the original Kia boys. But then the Detroit cats had to chime in. It's yeah.
This just can't be life. It just can't be. Like, there's no way that you have become organized.
They the new Crips and Bloods
and groups of car thieves beefing with each other.
Different cities.
Different cities. There's this.
They got an LA chapter. They got a Sacramento chapter.
Yeah,
I googled
they
it.
in all the major cities.
Yeah, like they got all kind of different.
They in major cities.
Cincinnati.
I just feel like we have failed.
We gonna have a Kia boy convention.
We have failed. We have failed as a society at this point. There's no
Kia boy convention.
No, and then it'll be like on I'm Gonna Get You Suckers, another one that might be a good remake. But remember they had the hood challenges. But then that's the Kia boys, how fast you can get that Kia.
How fast you can get started.
Yeah. Then you have singles, doubles, and then triples competitions where it's bigger Kias, smaller Kias.
Yeah. Who can take this Telluride?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I would take another School Days.
School Day, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
I would take a good School Day. So you had School Days, not to compare it, but you had Higher Learning.
Which is the white college version of basically.
What
about Jungle Fever?
We get that in almost every other movie now. So I don't know if that is.
That's just every commercial right now. Yeah. And oddly enough, I was singing Jungle Fever the other day. I don't know the words to that song. I never have. I just have made up words to the chorus of Jungle Fever, and I was just walking around.
White girl crazy.
Yeah, exactly. None of it matters. It doesn't matter what the words are because it's why Stevie? Why?
He was just like, I'm hyped. I don't even know if these girls black or white I'm with. So that's cool.
Don't tell Jill
but you got the white guy hanging in the hood looking for all the black chicks.
Oh, so you said if you do Jungle Fever remake, you got to flip it and make it a white guy black girl.
White guy looking for the black chick, looking for his black queen.
Didn't we do that Zebra Head?
Ah, shit. And that was on Tubi. That was on Tubi too with Rappaport.
With M. Bush Wright and Michael Rappaport.
Yeah. Yep. Damn. Man,
that's like 93 or 94 that came out?
It was early 90s. You send them to an HBCU.
Man.
Yeah, I would like to see another School Days. I think
School Days would be good. That'd be good.
I like School
That'd be good. I think they should redo Different World and just reboot Different World as well.
Yeah, a reboot of Different World. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Different World got done dirty in the end, right? Of just how it just was all over with. But it
how
could.
did it?
It
They
could
didn't.
survive
Did
now.
they have a series finale, or it just
Yeah.
went on?
No, it was a series finale. They moved to Japan. Remember?
Yeah,
That's what
but you
happened.
can
Okay.
tell that sometimes you can tell with a season when all of a sudden they got to throw.
And they just push the storyline like all of a sudden.
Yeah.
He got this job
Either that or
offer
they
kid.
add a little kid. They add a new random kid.
If you add a new kid to your show, a new
It's
random
over.
kid, the show's about to go. You got about another 1-2 seasons top.
And y'all know that's a porn star too. That they added. The little girl that was like that showed him how to do. She's a legend too.
Who is that?
Let me hold on. Let me go
On A Different World.
Yeah, the little girl that was
the girl that
I know you're talking
Jane was
about.
working with.
Yeah, I forgot her porn name. Adriana something.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, I forgot her name. Back in
The
the
one
2000s.
that played the girl that helped him with the computer stuff. And she was like,
yeah, like I remember. Like I'll say this, I remember that. I don't know her from her second career, but I remember her from A Different World. So all of a sudden they had to move. Whitney got pregnant, and they were singing "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye."
Mm-hmm.
Ariana Starr is her name.
Ariana Starr. Yep, I remember her.
I know it's a lot of brothers. There's people right now listening, trying to Google that right now while I was Googling on other computers. They was like,
oh, I know her.
This girl would be great.
I mean, she looked just like the little girl still. Like you could tell, like as soon as you see her, you're like,
grown.
oh shit.
Yeah.
I know her.
Big Sip says Juice being remade, or Menace to Society.
I think Juice, because Juice is a horror movie. Juice needs to be more of a horror movie though. Like you got to make it way more. Because I know Ernest Dickerson, he said he wanted to have it more horror feel, like more suspense. But the studio was like, nah, we're gonna put a Big Daddy Kane here over this right here, and we gonna add in new Naughty by Nature. He wanted to be more like a suspense thing. Like this dude is just stalking his boys and killing them all.
Right. Yeah, you can make Bishop the villain. You can really, really make him the villain, and go for it and push it. Or
I like to see. Y'all remember that movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas?
Yeah,
I like to see that. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I think there's probably some B movies out there from the 80s that could get redone and really do well.
I mean, could you redo Crush Groove?
Crush Groove.
Or is that basically Empire?
Empire and that other show.
Some things you gotta leave alone. I feel like redoing Crush Groove isn't going to have the same effect. Like because Crush Groove is that beginning of something, right? Really just that beginning. You almost kind of got to leave it alone.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of the ones. Can't touch.
Right, and then to that point, all the breakdancing movies of the 80s, we don't need any. I don't need any more dancing movies because all of that turns into You Got Served and.
What was the other one that came out with? It was like Planet Dance or something. Where it was like they tried to redo it with Marcus Houston. It was like
them Step Up. Was it Step Up?
It was like Planet Dance or something.
There's like 17 step ups.
Yeah.
Step up to get beat down. Step up to the street. Step up to the show. Step up to the wall. It's all these. And I'm good. I don't need. So that's why you can't do any of the breakdance movies in the 80s because we're still doing that.
It's called Battlefield America. It came out 2012. They remade their own selves because it's Marcus Houston in this one too.
No, not at all. Marcus Houston don't even get up and do it for Lil Saint every day, and I do. I wake up every morning and I do it for Lil Saint. Marcus Houston.
He's basically a teacher in this, teaching the kids for a battle competition.
Teaching them how to pop lock.
Yeah, it's Marcus Houston and a whole bunch of people I don't know on here.
Not at all. Not at all. No, thank you.
All right, I'm going to go to this rappers list, the best rappers of all time, their worst albums. If y'all agree or disagree, I was interested, and I'm assuming a millennial, not even millennial, exennial did this because it felt like I was like, nigga, you wasn't even there for this album. So how you even saying it's a bad album? I'll tell you this is a bad album because we know
we were there.
Go get it, and they was upset, and other people was like, I'm going to go get that new Snoop album. You sure about that, brother? Like, you sure?
Yeah,
man. Snoop is hard. have you heard anything? No, that first single was dope. The one with Charlie Wilson on it? Yeah. But did you hear anything else off of it? No, but it's Snoop.
But it's Snoop Dogg.
It's Snoop Dogg. So all right, let me pull up my segment.
Shit, I don't even know it.
All right.
Snoop's worse.
I got some ideas about stuff, and like the problem is with some artists, like I can't. When the hell's our last one released to a whole album?
I mean, I listened to that new Baby Rose album. I like Baby Rose a lot, and I listened to that new album. But that's because she sounded like Etta James, and she only one. Encore, Eminem. They say Eminem's worst album is Encore.
The hell is on there?
Shit, I wouldn't know. I'm not. I honestly don't be checking for Eminem's music.
That part. So one, but now
I honestly own one Eminem album. That was the Marshall Mathers LP.
I don't know any of these songs. Oh, it's got the song on there, Just Lose It.
That's the one from 8 Mile. No, that's Lose Yourself. That's Lose
Yourself. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that was 2004.
I'm guessing what Jay-Z's is Kingdom Come.
That's.
Oh, well, that's next up. That was next.
I'm like,
no,
that's
next up,
it.
Kingdom Come is for Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's accurate. No debate.
Yeah.
For Lil Wayne, Rebirth.
Yeah, I kind of stopped checking after the
Carter 3.
Yeah. That's when he started making all them rock albums and stuff.
Then next up is Big Daddy Kane, Prince of Darkness. This is the album when he
came out in the 90s.
This is when he started fucking with when he started fucking with Madonna.
Yeah,
and he was doing them remixes with Jody Watley and stuff.
Yeah, that was
DMX, Year of the Dog again.
Yeah, anything after Great Depression. Anything after Great Depression, I wasn't checking for.
Dr. Dre, The Aftermath. That's the one with Been There, Done That on it.
That was more of a compilation, though.
Yeah, it was, but it was a horror, but you don't know all the songs on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do not.
This one, I guess if you it's the Locks, Money, Power, and Respect.
And that's the song that's on there?
Yeah.
Lead single?
24 Hours to Live. No, that's May's song.
That's May's song. I mean, it didn't have bad, like, I don't think the Locks came out with a bad album, to be honest. So this is kind of hard for me to be like, this is a bad album.
But I would say I actually like that album. It just didn't have no singles on it for real.
Right, and it was more the jiggy shit from Puffy. That's the thing.
Yeah, with the shiny suits.
But the songs were good. Like, you listen to them, you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. Snoop Dogg, the Dogfather.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I remember when I got it.
I bought it too.
The first song is off the chain. It's got Charlie Wilson on there. You like, dude.
And he remade The Vapors.
Yeah, but that's not the first one. It's this it's the Dogfather, the song. And I'm like, oh, this mug gonna be hard. Woo! I'm like, oh, Snoop is back. I remember in the Cutlass, Snoop is back.
Man, the skits was whack.
I'm like, okay, all right. I mean, it's always some filler songs. And by the time I got to 6, and I was like, hey man, there's a lot of filler songs on this album.
And that was his second album, wasn't it?
That was his second album.
It's got Snoop's Upside Your Head on it.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And right after Pac died.
Yeah, it was right after Pac died.
Yeah.
Death Row.
I can tell you right now that I didn't even attempt to listen to this album.
Yeah.
And the next one is someone that is there's a lot of St. Louis ties to this album, Raekwon, Immobilarity. So DJ Tripe Trizzle, who was the Lunatics' road DJ, produced 6 songs on here. I'm just gonna leave it there. If you know, you know.
Like it's my face.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you look, Stacey, if you know, you know.
Shout out to Trafe.
Yeah. Nas, Nostradamus.
Yeah. Yeah. Nasty, not the Nostradamus.
Yeah, you know what I always.
Is that the one with You Owe Me on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But Uchi Wally
does have Project Window on there. It's got
Uchi
Project
Wally
Window
was
on
QB's finest, wasn't it?
Which one? What Woochie
Uchi
Wally?
Wally was on QB's.
Yeah, that's on the compilation. Yeah, that's on the compilation.
Yeah, somebody posted in the group the other day. I'm like, I hate this song so much.
I feel like Uchi Wally.
I swear to you, I was like, are you shitting me? This is a real thing. Like
Uchi Wally.
Uchi Bang Bang. I'm good. Like Uchi, that's the most. It's like I heard East Coast shit I never fucking heard in my life. Like it was. No, it was a no for me. But you owe me. That's the Nas boys, baby. Owe me back like you owe your taxes.
Owe me back like you owe your rent.
Hashtag no Nas boys.
Hey, and
Destiny
then
Child was
Beyonce in the video.
Huh?
He had Beyonce in the video.
That's what I was saying.
Cowboy.
Yeah, Destiny Child in the whole video. All Destiny Child in the video.
Yeah.
Mace Double Up.
Yeah. Well, he only had 2 albums.
No, they got the third one.
Oh, yeah, the third one, yeah.
When he
The
came
Double
back.
Up.
Back album.
Yeah, I forgot Welcome Back.
I fuck with the Welcome Back album though.
Huh?
Like some singles on that. I fuck with the Welcome.
It was cool. Yeah, it was
the
cool.
singles on there.
Lupe Fiasco Lasers. I agree with this.
What's on?
Because those first 2 singles were
I'm
dope
Beaming
as fuck
was
on there,
on-
and the rest of the thing was dope. Was
Yeah,
whack.
all that had was I'm Beaming, wasn't it?
No,
Wasn't
I'm
Beaming
Beaming and the Superstar. With with old boy from doggone
Matt
Maroon 5
Santos.
singing the hook.
Yeah.
Superstar.
Yeah, because to me, his best album was The Cool.
The Cool. Yes, I agree.
That's his best album.
I love I'm Beaming though.
I'm Beaming is the shit. That's
love
my favorite Lupe song.
I like it is. It's my favorite Lupe song. I love I'm Beaming.
I get my energy from
My energy.
And then I like what album is Kick Push on? The Cool?
Food
No,
Liquor.
Food and Liquor.
That was the first one.
So I like Kick Push and I like the remix of Kick Push.
Yeah,
And this one I
Daydreaming.
disagree with. This is the biggest one I disagree with on this whole list. Cameron Confessions of Fire. I thought SDE was worse than that. The second album.
Yeah, SDE is worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
What Means the World. It all
Yeah.
had What Means
And
the
name
World.
another song off of there. I can name 4 or 5 songs off this Confessions of Fire that was popping.
Yeah, because that's the song with Usher on there, Confessions of Fire.
Yep.
Yeah. And Horse
That's
and
on there.
Carriage.
He got that song, the Nori song, Glory on there. I mean, I never liked Horse and Carriage though. I hated Horse and Carriage for the
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Horse and Carriage was what it was, right? But I would see Horse and Carriage on not Uncut, whatever video show I was watching, and I'd be like, all right, I fuck with it. But What Means the World to You, that was my intro to Cameron.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't get on Cameron until the second album.
Yeah, so like I said, I knew Horse and Carriage, but What Means the World was like really like, okay, well, who is this guy? That's what made me take
Then he
note.
had Bun B on the remix.
Right, then the remix.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
gone.
And he
Peace.
do regular nigga jobs. Don't forget that.
The world
And
premiere.
Luda and
Yep.
Trina and
Yeah,
Trina.
Trina on there.
Yeah, he had all South people on the remix.
Yeah,
Oh no, the Horse and Carriage
on
remix.
there.
The Horse and Carriage remix had No Limit on there.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I remember the No Limit remix.
I do not, but let me write
But
that
they didn't play it a lot though. I didn't
No,
hear the
because
No
they
Limit.
had the what game show beat they had? They had dun 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 dun.
That's Night Court.
Night
Yeah,
Court
Night
beat.
Court.
Yeah.
Yes. And then 357 was on that album. Like that was, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's not a. I don't agree with that one. For
Now
that
I gotta
one.
listen to What Means the World to You remix.
Yeah, 50 Cent Animal Ambition.
Huh?
50 Cent Animal Ambition.
What was on
I
there? Got that like AO technology.
Hold on, I'm trying to look now.
The 2014 album. What's on there? How much shit I ain't never heard. Hold on. Don't Worry About It, Animal
Yeah.
Ambition, Pilot, Hope.
Yeah, I ain't know none of them songs. That's
I mean, he just said I'm coming out with all the albums when his albums are singles. It looked like.
I don't know.
that was 50.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about this. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know. He just, when I tell you that I just don't pay attention to him and his music, that as I'm looking at all these albums that he has, I'm like, okay. Like,
I mean, the thing is, though, he has lived off of one album just as much as Lauryn Hill has. I know people talk bad about Lauryn Hill living off of one album. 50 Cent has too.
Like the Boston Celtics living off that 08 championship.
Yeah. Yes. Because, okay, what other album you really bumping besides Get Rich or Die Trying?
I listen to The Massacre a little bit. That's it. And that's it as far as 50.
You may listen to like songs, but you're not listening to that album.
Nah.
A dead train.
He lives like Lauryn Hill does. I know nobody wants to say that and admit that.
No, I'll say it. It's fine. I'm saying it. Like, no, he is still relevant because of that first album, his social media antics.
And power.
And power. So the
vitamin water too, because he got a lot of that bread to be able to do the stuff in that vitamin water deal he did.
Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, you got the money, like, but you can. Everybody makes deals. Everybody doesn't mean you're still relevant, like, or the people are still talking about you. So he has to act up on social media all the damn time to stay in the conversation. And I mean, true enough, yeah. Now you have power. You didn't always have. There was a gap in there. Mm-hmm. So you got the G unit, but keeping up and having beefs with people and all of that, that's what keeps him relevant. That's what keeps him on everybody's mind. And flat out.
Yeah. So all right, Jodeci's on tour.
Oh yeah.
With SWV and Dru Hill. Now, I think SWV should headline this tour.
Yeah, no doubt.
They're the only people that still.
And they got way more songs.
Yeah,
they got more songs than Jodeci.
What? More songs. They've stuck together.
Yeah.
And look, and Coco could have been said, and we got to give props to Coco. I know, and being humble, because some people couldn't. She could be like, I can go do all these songs on my own and get all this money. To be honest with you,
because she was singing them background vocals on the first album.
Like, you can get write this down. You can get anybody to sing fucking background for you. Oh, the New Edition tour with Keith Sweat, old girl that's singing with him for all the Cut Close songs. That ain't
Adina.
That ain't Althea.
Athena. Yeah.
Is she good? Was she good?
She's really good.
She clown.
Really, when you hear her, you're like, wait, is that her? You looking on stage trying to see. Like,
I thought it was her. I was like, she picked up some weight.
So she's really, really good.
She picked up some weight.
I thought it was her for a minute. I was like,
so you don't. If you didn't get to see the person that was singing, you wouldn't have known that it wasn't her. Like, it was. She's really that good, able to easily fill in. So to that point, Coco could go grab some background singers and be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need. She don't need to be in Taj.
Because Lily never had a solo. I know Taj had a couple.
Yeah, like Lily, I told you there's a part on Week that Lily sings, but it's like 3 words that she gets to go first. But Taj,
Lily's recent. She's the first time she led is on that new. It's on that one of the newer SWV albums when they redid Patti LaBelle's "If Only You Knew." She does the first verse.
Okay.
But then Coco comes and tears that bitch down. For the
let
next
me show you how to do this.
No, like for real, like it's neck and neck with Patty's performance of that song. Like that's how much Coco kills it.
Yeah, like you don't like Coco. I mean, like Taj has had on what's the song? Use Your Heart. Taj has a verse, so she's had.
And on the song with Redman, that they had, she sings she does the verses on that.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, Coco can do this shit on her own.
So it must be, but you got to think it's something about having 2 people to help you and support you.
Yeah, if that's
go out there, and she might be shy. She might be. Lily and Taj will do all them interviews. You don't never see Coco doing an interview or talking on interviews. So you need them people to help you as well.
Hey, I love how they created this tour because it was like literally before this tour because wasn't they supposed to do something with
Escape?
They was like, we finna go over here with the fellas.
We ain't gonna have no problem. We gonna be the only divas on this tour.
Yeah, y'all on bullshit over there.
What that in Cisco? That's the other diva.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But Cisco just want to sing. He just want to perform and flip on stage
That's what I'm saying.
with his dragon microphone.
Right, just let him go. Just let him go flip.
Let him go do some flips.
And you know, it's like, you know, they brought everybody back to Dru Hill except for Woody.
Yeah.
So like all the new members, they got like 7 dudes in the lineup.
Yeah, get 6,
7.
They
they merged with Player.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then also some other niggas. So
right. So Scola's back. Like, remember the dude Scola? He back.
Everybody come on in.
I'm just like, how is this money being split up? Because that's would be my first concern if I'm somebody. Because I'm assuming, let's say they get 10 grand a show. Cisco probably came in and said, I'm getting 5.
I'm not doing it for less than 75.
I made thong song.
So now y'all other 6 guys got to split $2,500.
Right. Like, you think these flips is cheap?
And look, and then Player could be like, we at least got another single we can do. We need at least $750 each.
Like they know cheers to you.
Jazz, what song they know of yours, Jazz?
What's the one where the old girl was in the video?
Never Make a Promise?
Yeah, that's it.
But that's not yours. We can
that's right. So what song is Jazz's? What song is like
then Nokia will be like, I produced all this shit. So so my cut needs to be So when you Scola, you're getting $50 in an EBT card to KFC at that point at the end. So what's the point in doing?
It's too many people to be splitting money with.
And are they gonna sing 5 steps as a choir?
But Woody's not there. Woody's not there.
I know, I'm just fucking right.
Well, I mean, if Woody's not there, then I'm sure that they still sing the song. You just got to do it differently. Just like with New Edition. If Bobby ain't there, them songs go on.
Yeah.
I think they did. I just seen them like a few months ago with Genuine. I think they do like one verse, but I think they let Jazz sing it though.
Okay.
I think they let Jazz lead it.
So do y'all think Jodeci is gonna make it through this tour?
Not all 4. KC will prevail. Him and Dalvin gonna be at the finish line.
Shout out to Javon Bibbs. He did a show in Davenport, Iowa, with K. He opened up comic for Casey and JoJo. That is the infamous show where JoJo just falls out on stage. Javon was opened up for that. Javon opened up for that.
I remember that.
And he said that Casey just picked him up, took him to the side, and then JoJo came back out and performed.
Yeah, that's right. Because I seen a video of him recently. Like he had passed out. Something happened to him on stage. He couldn't finish.
This is early viral. This is like 08, 09, 2010. This early.
No, this was just like earlier this year or last year. This one. Because you could tell he had picked up some weight. He didn't even have the White Sox hat on. He was bald-headed. It was something because he couldn't even finish singing. They had to help him off stage. Damn. That's why I was like, I didn't know. Because when I saw him last year with New Edition, I think they had somebody else like filling in for him.
Oh, so it was 4 people up there, but
Casey and Dalvin was there. We know Devontae gonna be Devontae, but the other dude, it didn't look like JoJo. It looked like they just got like a dude that can sing, like come here and sing these parts.
Now, Stacey, for you as a woman, how important is Devontae to women still for him to be on this tour?
Mm-hmm.
Are women like, yo, I'm going to see Jodeci only if Devontae's gonna be there?
So here's the thing. We like Devontae, but Dalvin is who we're coming to see.
Okay.
Right? We want to see Dalvin. Because Dalvin just fine. That's it. Like, I mean, he doesn't really talent or anything other than that.
He just fine and in the group.
Right, his
Can't sing, don't dance. Just put on this black. Go stand over there.
The talent is that he fine.
And I could see Puffy being like, "Hey man, y'all need somebody more attractive in the group. I don't know who y'all got to go get from back from North Carolina."
Dalvin
and Dalvin hoping getting bags out the van, and he's like, "Hey, that dude right there, oh, that's my brother. Even better,
my brother.
I got a
Even better.
nephew.
Two sets of brothers.
There's two sets of brothers. Yeah, it's like I said, it's important to see him, but like, I mean, he's just gonna be in the background pretending to play the drums.
with the lokes on.
That's it. Look at that episode of Martin. Look at that episode of Martin when
The Barnell Hill
show. Look at Dalvin on them drums. Just look at him.
I never really sat there and looked at him.
Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, that's it. He just. And as Casey has told us, they were really performing. They had no idea Martin was about to come out.
Right,
So
right.
that's real. This isn't them acting. And Dalvin.
Is Jodeci the group that is that like the most like they maximize their possibilities of what the lineup is like? Like we have this. If I told you we had one dude that's gonna just look good, that's it. He's not producing. He's not doing nothing else. One dude's gonna produce. The other two dudes aren't that attractive that are your main lead singers. They cool. One dude is just chronically skinny and is gonna take his shirt off all the time. This could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what.
Got one dude on drugs.
Right. Well, no, three people are gonna get on drugs at this point. And for them to be able to headline a tour with only 3 albums and a couple of other like solo project stuff that Casey and JoJo did.
Yeah, because how many albums did Casey and JoJo do together?
Like 2 or 3?
2? Okay, 2, 3.
But that first one was the big bang. The first two,
yeah, All My Life.
All My Life, and that 4-page letter.
Yeah.
Stacey,
I don't ever have to hear All My Life again. That's where my mind went, was like, I don't.
That's another one I don't need to hear either.
What?
Then they tried to redo the song again. It was like they tried to redo All My Life again for the 3rd album, like the same formula.
Get close to me to like my mother.
Was that like the first song that white people liked from them?
That is.
100%. They didn't know. They thought they were Sam and Dave, like like the group from the 70s. Like they was a nice little duo.
Because at first, I think Justin Timberlake and the other white dude was the only when they were singing.
It's crazy. The song is crazy. Scott, it's crazy. Remember Crazy?
Yeah.
That's the one they try to remake All My Life with the same. But I do like Life though.
Temperature like 100 degrees. That's all I ever.
Oh,
the remix was hard too, though.
The
remix was hard too.
Time is slipping away.
So that's the thing, though, is that group over maximized their potential, right?
Yeah. They've been very successful off of 3 albums. I mean, but the reality is they had 3 solid ass fucking albums.
No, they do.
And then they was in another group with Milestone. Off the
and Casey and JoJo messed that up too. They Babyface said. They're supposed to actually do that as a group and just
off the Soul Food soundtrack.
Yeah.
Right.
And Casey and JoJo wouldn't show up for none of the sessions. He's like, I got a whole bunch of stuff that we've done without Casey and JoJo.
Babyface.
It's Babyface, his brother Kevon.
Yeah.
And then Casey and JoJo.
Yeah. Another set of brothers.
Yeah. But these brothers a little different. Kevon and Babyface.
These brothers are these are different brothers right here.
Real quick, speaking of Kevon Edmonds.
Oh shit! Here we go. I didn't even know we was about to segue here now.
I wasn't planning on segueing, but since you brought it up, we need to have a talk about Kevon Edmonds' hair. There have been clips and videos of his hair. There's been a lot of confusion as to what is going on. He has created a video to tell us he is not his hair and that he loves it and he's going to do what he wants to do. And it's not a wig. It's locks that are styled up. But
those are dreadlocks?
Those are locks.
Yeah, they locked up. He made a video showing how he did it. They showed the process.
They're long locks. and they are just styled to look like dumb shit.
Where, oh, where does a brother begin? Listen, good people, I have to admit that all the shade that I've been catching this past week about my hair has been hilarious. But the truth is, it's not a rug, it's not a toupee, it ain't a poodle, and it's not ramen noodles. It's all natural, and it's all mine. Everything but the coloring. You see, I was inspired to grow my hair 5 years ago by the late great Chadwick Boseman as he prepared for the role of T'Challa in Black Panther. I'm 66 today, baby. Guess what? I wear my hair however I choose, because it's my crown. But real talk, my voice is the gift, but the hair is a bonus. Y'all be blessed.
So, no way these are locks.
I'm not.
Yeah, he just got it twisted up, styled.
There's a post within the I Don't Listen to 90s music group. I will tag you in it if you have not seen it.
Oh, I mean, I guess I can tell that it is.
They almost like two strands.
Yeah, he took the time to make a video to discuss his hair and his decision to grow his hair, and how even though people are saying things about it, he loves his hair, and he is a strong Black woman. I'm sorry, man, who is very, happy with his hair. So I appreciate that. But we need to. Something needs to happen here. I'm not gonna sit here and watch that shit all the time. Like, you are too talented, sir, for this hair.
Wow. Like, they had Melvin in the group too. So basically they had After 7 and Jodeci in here and Mouse.
Yeah, it's basically they named it after a character on the movie.
Yeah.
Damn, I mean, wow. I see it now that it is like how it's set, because I was seeing it from far away.
You thought it was like a wig or something.
It just looked like, what the hell did you just put on top of your hair? And he's like, oh no, it is like he made a whole video.
I'm gonna insert the video right before you start talking about this. I'm inserting the video in there, so don't even worry.
Yeah, like it's
I'll put that in there.
It's a whole thing of him. So, dear Kevon, stop it,
please.
Like this.
Stop.
Like, you see Charlie Wilson cut that shit out his head. He got a regular haircut now.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Everybody's growing their hair out now. I got it. The low cut is gone. Hey, look, kudos to everybody rocking the natural, and y'all are taking up all of the natural hair care products.
Wave grease is extinct.
I surely be up in the store though, having girls look at me crazy. Like, I'm like, so when you get a little more bounce in your, I was talking to this girl, you get a little bit more bounce in your hair with that. She looked at me like, what's wrong with you?
I'm trying to get some moisture up in here. See, the thing is, my hair is
I'm trying to detangle, man.
Supposed to. I'm trying to just.
I'll be up there like, is Carl's daughter a good brand?
So, FYI, Carol's daughter is a very good brand. But yes, I appreciate the men folk growing their hair out and all of that. But Kevon, you can go ahead and
he trying to get that Shea Moisture deal.
Right.
Like, about Dominique Wilkins used to be on them Duke.
Hey, get that endorsement.
Oh man, they said it on them Dukes.
Yeah, Dominique Wilkins used to have that little curly box.
Shout out to Dominique Wilkins, who beat up his suit man was a couple years ago.
I forgot about that.
At the game. Suit man tried to come get his money at the game. Suit man took a little tumble down some stairs.
Like, don't you see I'm watching the Hawks? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Man, tell Big Sip thank him for joining us on this episode.
Babe. He said you're welcome.
Right on.
And let everybody know where they can hit you up on the web, Stacy.
All right, so you can find me on the Twitters, the Instagram, or just Google me. So Stacy with the E, Adams with the Z, all one word.
Scott.
I'll let me cool ass Scott everywhere.
Stacy, does Big Sip want to give his social media out?
Babe, you want to give out your social media so people can follow you?
No. We gonna make one for him. We just like Big Sip.
Yes, we gonna make a Big Sip IG.
This is gonna be a couch.
It's just gonna be shoes. This is gonna be a whole bunch of dudes, their legs, their shoes.
Like, nah. He ever say nah? Like, he don't need no. He say he don't need no new followers. He don't need no new friends.
Look, it's gonna be like Big Sip gotta handle that business and have it in different places around the city. Like Big Sip.
And some snake skin.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't do him." He said, "Don't do me now. Don't do me."
You gotta wear your 9-layer gators.
Lemon pepper steppers.
Lemon pepper steppers. Well, man, thank y'all listening as always. We will be back next week, actually, with a special guest next week. It's gonna be pretty cool. Right. Stacy, you will be on the next one of our To Be Classics.
I will. So as soon as a movie, y'all, I'm still waiting on a movie to be assigned.
I thought we had got one.
No. I mean, we put it out there. It was people put like 30 different.
I'm still waiting. Okay. So people have been watching last.
You know what?
Last episode.
We're going Damaged Goods. We're gonna do Damaged Goods. We're making it up now because I'm finishing it up right now. Damaged Goods, which is a ridiculous movie so far. Scott, I hate you for making me watch it.
What? Damaged Goods?
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I got 40 minutes left. Ridiculous.
Yeah, you better be stuck for a minute. but you can't turn away.
I know. I can't. I'll be like, what's going to happen next? What more ridiculous can happen to one man?
I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to just see what the premise.
And I keep on calling him Brick in the movie. I'm like, man, Brick.
Is it an old movie or new?
It's new. I think it came out this year in 23.
It's you got to go to Tubi for it.
Right. No, I'm looking so I'm on. Since he was born, life hasn't been easy for Chosen.
Yeah, that's his.
Yep, that's his name, Chosen.
Look at Stacey's face.
Fending for himself, he quickly learns how to survive on the cold streets of Detroit. So is Tubi based in Detroit at this point?
That's Black Hollywood.
Well, I mean, shout out to Dana Christensen. St. Louis has got their big joint coming out with featuring Shorty the Prince and Jaquan starring in it called Blood Brothers.
Yeah, come out next month.
Yep, come out next month. And one of the writers that writes some of the Detroit movies is from St. Louis. That's her script that they doing for this movie is based in St. Louis. So if you like some Detroit stuff,
St. Louis better get on that Tubi map.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm happy.
He said, I talked to Dana at the Digable Planets concert. He said that Tubi's giving more money to independent Black filmmakers for their views.
Yeah,
probably. I can see that.
He's like Amazon, all them. He's like he's like you'll make a little bit, but you ain't make. He said Tubi is paying.
Yep.
All right, so this movie is an hour and 44 minutes.
Right, it's an hour and 44. It's very look.
I'm looking.
I can't wait for Stacey to see this.
All right, I'm looking at the cover for the movie, like the movie poster. All right, I see Chosen with some J's on, and it looks like the screen has a bullet hole in it, like in the thing. So this is babe, we're gonna watch Damaged Goods.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
He said he good with Tubi now, so he has seen.
I'm on Tubi more than that.
That's why I've seen every goddamn he has. It's the I'll watch anything on TV, but certain things that I just won't watch. Stuff that I won't watch, that's what he's seen.
I like D-list movies.
He likes D-list movies. So on Amazon, when all the movies that random stuff that's on Amazon, he's like, "Oh yeah, that was good. I saw that." I'm like, that movie came out. Like that movie came out this morning. I saw it. How? Like, but he's seen everything. So yeah, like all of this, everything that I don't watch, that I skip. He's like, "Oh no, that's a good movie right there. I already saw that." And I'm like, "Okay." So we're gonna watch it.
All right. Well, you'll see us back soon with that. Woo, I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Got it. Let's
Damaged Goods. Damaged Goods it is.
All right. That's my weekend project. I got it.
All right. We will see y'all soon.
Y'all.
Peace.
All right.